Okay, so our next match is an interesting one. Boom. The Hurt Syndicate. They hurt people. They hurt people. Now, the storyline for this, and they're going up against the Sons of Texas, which is, Sammy and Dustin for the World Tag Team Championships, because Dustin is, well, first of all, the main AEW roster, there really, there really isn't another tag team that the Hurt Syndicate can actually go up against.
Yeah.
And Dustin and Sammy, they're the tag team champions in Ring of Honor. So Dustin, he said he wants those AEW championships, and that's about it, really, I can say, for that feud that just kind of built up maybe like 2 weeks before this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And MJF just recently joined the Hurt. They just allowed him to join the Hurt Syndicate, so MJF is a part of it now. Let's see. MJF at some point accidentally caused a distraction, which kind of messed up the whoever was in the ring at the time with the Hurt Syndicate. Shelton ended up tossing Sammy in the air, but then Sammy grabbed him for a cutter on the way down.
Yeah.
That was impressive, I would say.
That was pretty cool.
Okay. MJF offers his ring to Shelton at one point, but Bob is saying that, wait, was it Shelton? And then Bob said that he doesn't need it, or was it the other way around?
No, it was Shelton.
It was Shelton, and Bob was like, no, he just doesn't need the ring. MJF ended up gouging the eyes of Dustin at one point, and he was going to hit him. Wait. Oh, yeah, he was going to hit him with the ring, but Bobby stopped him. And then we see it's all good, and then Bobby tackled Dustin through the barricade. And then Sammy was going to leave off of the ropes to take both of them down, but then Shelton tackled him from the rope. It was the way he did it, and then Shelton ended up slamming Sammy, and he pinned him and won the match. And to be fair, even though I wasn't expecting much from this match, I actually didn't think it was that bad of a match. I actually enjoyed it.
I think Dustin did a good showing against him too.
Yeah, and for me, with the Hurt Syndicate, I'm not gonna lie. Usually, most of their matches are kind of boring to me because they don't have a lot of competition, in a general sense. But this was nice because Sammy and Dustin kind of kept up with both of them, and then MJF trying to be helpful, but not being helpful at the same time, even though he's trying. It's sort of like with my job with the age that I work with. Yeah, like when I'm cleaning up their things and they're trying to help clean up too, and they're just causing more of a hindrance and more for me to do, but they don't realize that they think they're really being helpful. It's like, that's okay, please stop. I want to hurry up and finish,
Yeah.
But that's kind of like how MJF came across to me. So, yeah, I kind of like this. I actually really like this match. It wasn't. For a Hurt Syndicate match, I liked it. So
yeah, I liked it. It was a pretty good match and everything. I like the little fake outs here and there because during the whole time that MJF was trying to get with the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby was the one with the biggest reservations and I don't like you, I don't trust you, all that stuff. So now they're all buddy. So the whole thing with the ring kind of caused them to have a bit of a face off, kind of like oh, here we go. But then they're like, hey, yeah, it's all good, yeah. So it's like okay, they're on the same page and that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to work out.
Where's going to go? What's the catch going to be? So
the thing is, for right now, they all look buddy. I mean, I'm just assuming MJF's going to eventually do something, not on purpose, I guess. Because the thing is, he's also using them to try to get his title back somehow. But the thing is, I'm thinking that there's going to be something where MJF does something accidentally that costs them the title. And there might be maybe a match of Bobby versus MJF, or whatever, something like that. Something that'll eventually get him kicked off the team there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Jack, what did you think of this match?
Honestly, I thought it was just kind of there. I don't really remember much out of it. To me, this was the weakest of the show because I was just like, and I'm going to say something that might piss off some people. I believe everyone in this match should either retire or leave the business because clearly they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's at the point where you're sitting there thinking, why are you still here? Like you're
Like,
like,
even Bobby and Shelton?
oh, especially Bobby. I mean, Bobby's just a vacuum of charisma. He's got like no appeal. He's terrible on the mic. Sure, he's muscular or whatever. Shelton has earned his stripes to just go off into the sunset. He's older. He's older than people realize. Like him and like he's like in the same vein of like R-Truth. R-Truth of like, oh, you're really that old? It's like, yeah, they are that old. But it's like like he's been doing this shit. Yeah, no, like Shelton's on the later end of 40. He's closer to 50. And I'm just like, I feel, you know, I mean, like his style of wrestling, I love it. I love it. I think he's one of the best wrestlers, one of the most underrated wrestlers ever. But at the same time, it's kind of like, unfortunately, it's kind of past his prime. And don't even get me started on Dustin. Dustin's ass should have left a long time ago. Sammy is such a controversial person that he seems like a pain in the ass. So he should just leave on morality. And I have said everything about MJF of why I can't stand the guy. So yeah, again, everyone should get the hell out of the industry. All these people should get out. But that's again my controversial take. But again, this match is like it wasn't bad. It was just kind of paint by numbers. I'm like,
Yeah, the storyline with MGF being included and all that stuff, and it's various attempts until he finally got in.
Typical. I mean, the fact of the matter is, MJF. I can't understand why people try to gaslight me and try to convince me that MJF is the best wrestler on the planet or one of them, when the mofo has yet to ever be alone. Think about it. His entire career, he's had someone or he's had something to help him. So he's never been able to thrive on his own. He had Adam Cole, he had Wardlow, he had the Pineapple or whatever the fuck the group was. He was in with Jericho. He had like, I know it's the Pinnacle, I'm just messing with you. He had like everything in his back pocket. Now he's got another. Now he's with the fake Nation of Domination, and he's Owen Hart. It's like, cool, okay. And I'm just like, okay, what's next after that? You gonna hire another guy to watch your back? Like you gonna have like a brass knuckle with something? I'm like, God, we get it, man. You suck. We get it. But my point of it is that I think it's come to a point with like MJF where it's like, you know, sink or swim. You know, at this point, I'm kind of sick of it. With him, I'm like, when I see him, I want to just change the channel. I really do, and it's like everyone wants to gaslight me into believing he's great, but he's not, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. You want to make me believe. But you can't. Like you're trying to convince me that a canoe is like a diesel tanker when I'm like, it's clearly not. And they go, but it's a boat, so it's the same thing. I'm like, no, the fuck it's not. Stop telling me it's a canoe. No, it's a boat. Stop telling me it's a diesel tanker. Anyway, rant over. Anyway, this match was meh. What's your thoughts, Johnny?
I'm kind of like in the same boat. I wasn't too invested in this match. I didn't really care too much about it. I mean, the only thing I did like was just, you know, to me personally, I just saw like MGF's like a little cameo in the match. Like he's just there to stir the pot a little bit and try to see if the Hurt Syndicate can cheat his way with the ring. But other than that, I wasn't really like, I don't know. I just wasn't really that invested with them. And it's kind of like what you said as well. Who was it? Bobby Lashley? Like they don't really, he doesn't have much like charisma.
Oh no, he does not at all.
Like honestly, the Hurt Syndicate to me, it just seemed very bland.
No,
like I don't know. It's just kind of like there, in my opinion.
Yeah, because everyone
thinks it's so good. Like a big match, like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to watch this match, you know?
Yeah, everyone thinks it's so good because at the time when the Hurt business was around in WWE, they're like, oh, it's the best thing on TV. I'm like, during the pandemic, anything was good on TV. Like, you're comparing it to a time where we would literally have taken anything then and mind you, at this point, it was like during the pandemic. Good example. Eddie Edwards was the Impact World Champion, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And I'm like, "Okay, I guess, like anything's better than nothing, I guess." Like that's kind of my mentality. I'm like, "Okay," but then everyone like like I said, they're trying to pretend like, "Oh, but it could have been something so much better if anyone understood it." I'm like, "Okay, here's it. Okay, just take the whole idea of the Hurt business, Hurt Syndicate. What is their goal? Because like every faction needs a goal, okay, like an end goal. Theirs is just we have titles, and I'm like, okay, now what? It's like
we just want to people while having titles,
and like even John Moxley's stupid group, the you know.
The death nonsense, whatever.
Yeah, the
Death Riders.
Yeah, those guys. Their goal doesn't even make sense either if you think about it, because it goes, what is their goal? It's like, we're gonna destroy the system and take over. I'm like, you're already the world champion?
Like, and they're working with the system by working with the Bucks.
Isn't that like being the CEO of a company and saying, I'm gonna destroy whoever's in charge of this company? I'm like, motherfucker, your name's on the plaque. Like, it's like, whoever did this, whoever's coming to pay, I'm going to get him back for you guys. And everyone's like,
your last name is the name of the company.
You work in payroll. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, it's got to, that's their goal doesn't make, the only way, his group only makes sense if they didn't have a belt. But the fact that they have the belts makes no sense.
With the EVPs now.
Yes. Which makes
it's the same thing with MJF. It was the same exact thing with MJF. When MJF was the world champion, he was still doing dirty shit heel tactics and running away like a bitch. That only works when you don't have the title. But when you have the title, how are you going to run away when you're the champion? You're supposed to be the top guy. It's like they're going backwards. It's literally the SpongeBob joke of the, all right, Plankton, what's your big plan? He's like, I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. It's literally that. It's quite literally that meme. But like, that's what they are. I'm like, okay, what now? You got tag titles. Cool. What next?
I think that's another problem with some of these AEW things too, with some of the storylines or the motivations or the character. It's sort of like, it's more so like they don't have any real motivation. I mean, Daniel Garcia, he was passionate about helping, defending Tony Schiavone's honor. Yes, we all want to defend Tony. I mean, come on, that's a good story right there, man. Let me tell you. No, but seriously, the Hurt Syndicate really doesn't have anything to do with that. They just want to hurt people, unless they want to like run through everything and try to get every title in the company or something. But they don't even seem interested in that.
Here's a good example. Here's a perfect example. AEW could use this. Take Ricochet, for example. What is Ricochet known for? He is one of the most innovative, one of the most original high flyers of all time. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows his history. Use that. He wants to prove he is the best by taking out each of the other high flyers. Just have him rack up wins, and say, I'm going to prove I'm the best, leading up to him fighting Will Ospreay, because he had a long history with Will Ospreay, and then start a rivalry with him, or like have his first feud be with Mike Bailey. Like they're like that whole thing, and then just boom, boom, boom. That way you could get all your Spotomania shit going on, and like doing all the backflips, and like, hey, let's do a 680 somersault over a top of a fucking skyscraper, whatever the hell you want to do, and just build off of that and have a reason why it's happening, instead of him just coming out. It's like, all right, Ricochet, what are you going to do next? And he's like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, what is happening? Like, what are you, a Nicktoons villain? Like, what are you, a Nickelodeon Nick Jr. fucking character? What is this? You want Yo Gabba Gabba? What the hell is happening?
Man, my little crew used to watch that.
I'm just saying, I'm like, what is happening? And like get a writer. They need actual writers, not guys who are like, I saw someone do an elbow drop once and like, you're hired. It's like, no, get a guy who's read a comic book, something.
You have read a book. Or had to make a cut to the point that they don't remember what books are.
Something slightly more advanced than Dr. Seuss. Just something.
Here you are. This is Goosebumps. Read this.
Is there pictures in it? No.
Okay, so I'm going to say the winners of this one. Okay, so as mentioned, the Hurt Syndicate did win. And everyone gets a point except for Johnny and William because they went for the Sons of Texas, which I was kind of surprised. They're on Ring of Honor. I just couldn't see it. And I'm still wondering, when is Dustin going to fully retire? I mean, is this going to be his last run? I mean, see, because even I said that. I mean, it's nice that he can still try to do stuff in the ring, but at the same time, it should be focusing on the younger talent and not the older talent.
Yeah.
Dustin has a good, he's had his decades. He needs to go or take more of a backstage role or a managerial role, sort of like how Billy Gunn does,
Yeah.
I also feel that's kind of weird to have Dustin Rhodes in AEW and then you have Cody Rhodes in WWE. Like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But, that's how it goes. But, I mean, that's how it was, though, because I think Dustin was still doing, not wrestling, but he was still doing little cameos as Gold does. He had the whole storyline where he was, like, trying to be R-Truth's tag team and all that, while Cody was already...
Oh, what would he call?
Golden Truth or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. But he was still there while Cody was gone and doing the Ring of Honor stuff. So it's not the first time the brothers have been, kind of
separated
and everything. But
may have to be in Stardust. I'll blame him for running away.
Yeah.